Hi XP. In this tutorial I'm going to tell you how to track changes. Tracking changes is what we use to help you to refine your writing and to get your manuscript into tip-top shape. You'll find the review button here. Under it there's tracking changes. You can toggle it off, you can toggle it on. You can control what it looks like. I like to have it go show the different colors by author. That way it's easily identifiable. If you move something, it shows up in green. Some people like to have it, whether it's inserted or deleted, as a different color, but since we go from editor to author and back again, having the different users identified is the best way to do it. It's very helpful if you can go, let me show you how to do that again. Go to Track Changes, go to Change Username. Go here and make sure that it has your name here and your initials. That way, I'll show you why it's important. When somebody hovers over that change, the change is identified by the person. So make sure you have your name there. Now you've got Track Changes. This is the version 2 that Neb Talbot sent in. When the editor got version 2 back from Neb, the first thing she did was save it as version 2.1. The content editor will always use the first decimal point right after the first place after the decimal point. The line editor will put 1 0 in front of it, and the proofreader will put 2 zeros in front of it. So you can always tell if it's a line, content, or proof that has had your document. Now, you can tell between version 2 and version 2.1 that the content editor has gone through and accepted a lot of these changes. You see there's all sorts of different red. But she's also made comments. So when she sent this back, rather than just accepting it, she made comments about it so that the author could decide what to do. She also put in lots of comments about the changes that were made. You can tell that there's lots of dialogue back and forth between the editor and the author. The author changes very little, but they comment a lot. That's because, as an author, the ultimate decision what to do with your work is yours. Now, when the author got 2.1 back, they saved it as version 3. And they went through and they accepted some things, they rejected some things. You can see here that they answered a lot of questions. You can look here, it's the same page, and you can see where the author and the editor had a discussion. Here's the editor's comments and the author's comments. To make a comment, what you do is highlight the area in question and hit comment. And that's all there is to it, and then you type your comment in this space. If you want to respond to a comment, a specific comment, you click on the comment you want to respond to, then so that it's highlighted. Then click New Comment, and it will show that your comment is a response to comment number 7. To accept changes, go here and accept the change. And you can, I'll show you that again. Here, and you can see that when I accept the change, that the deletion disappears. Now here, this is an addition because it's underlined rather than strike through. When I accept the change, the color goes away. So it just turns back to regular black. So as you get your manuscript back, first thing you do is you save it as version 3. You always go to the root. The author always has the root version, and they always change a version up when they get back from the author, from the editor. If you just click this, it just moves on. Let's say that they've already had this discussion. We're going to hit reject and make that go away. Then you can go through, and every time you can accept or reject what the editor has to say. You can reject that, and that's how you track changes. You can also move through by discussion. You can move through them without accepting or rejecting them. Two things you need to remember: always save a new version. Always use the root numeral 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and always that what the changes that the editor makes are suggestions. You have the option to accept or reject. However, we do ask that if you reject, say you don't want to do this, rather than just make it go away, that you leave a comment and say, explain why you don't want to make that change. Otherwise, the editor very may well come back to that again and see it again and make the same comment. It's not that they're being obtuse, it's because they have a lot of work. And so by you making the comment, they will register with the editor, and then they will leave it alone for the next time. Sometimes we have comments that will go through the entire editorial process because they would be likely to, that one issue would flag every editor. But so we would leave the comment in so the other editors know that it was addressed. And that is how you track changes. Happy editing.